away then. 3 wins on the spin. Does that constitute a run or a mini run?
A start of, yeah, of course it does, yeah. Pleasing that we made a few changes and the performance, particularly first half, was as good, if not better. You know, I thought some of the stuff we played in the first half was outstanding, and that goes to strengthen my argument that I think we've got a better squad. You know, we made changes and continue to do so second half and still beat a decent team.
Last 2 games, actually, you've basically had the game won by half time. Would you have liked to have pushed on even further in both?
Yeah, I think that's something we've got to do better. Sometimes we've got to get out of that mindset of, I mean, we don't send the boys out to do anything different second half. You know, teams have come and changed it against us and gone a little bit more direct, got the ball forward a little bit quicker and been a little bit snappier into tackles and stuff, and we've dealt with it, but we could perhaps have dealt with it in a different way. But you know, I'm not knocking the boys. It was a young team out there, and some really good performances.
Does that give you confusion over combinations, or does it actually give you just more thinking about selection?
More options. More, you know, listen, I'm not going to make wholesale changes. We've just won 2 league games, but it just, like I said before, it just proves that I've got a squad. You know, Harry Hooman I thought was outstanding, along with everybody else who came in, but Harry shone for me, and that's what I need. We need competition for places. I think we've got that, and it keeps everybody at it, keeps everybody on their toes. No one can take their place for granted, because you know, after the game, I saw Stevie Elliott and Alan Bennett and Russ Ben and Josh Lowe not involved, and I heard them purring about, you know, 1 or 2 performances out there, and that's what we need.
Alan talks about the club being, as he puts it, under the radar. Are you quite happy to be in that position?
Yeah, I don't think anyone gives us a squeak. I don't think anyone is slightly concerned about us, and you know, long may that continue. But you know, we'll continue to believe in ourselves and to try to work hard to make sure that we keep playing well, we keep trying to win matches, and just get as many points as quickly as we can.
Some of the stuff you've been playing, is that because of the players you've got, or because you're trying to do things
because
differently?
I'm a blooming good manager. No, we just try and we know we've got people who can play. I think you've seen that I try and bring in good footballers, but I think we've added a little bit of steel to us, a little bit of bite to us, and we've upped work rates, we've upped fitness levels, and I think some of the stuff we're playing is decent. There's going to be games when we go have to win really ugly, and I'll be confident that my players can do that. We try and play. You know, there's times you've got to stick it in rose heads, don't stick it out the ground, and we've got to do that. But I want them to play football. I want them to play the right way, excite people, but I also need them and want them to win games.
So the messages over the method are still the same, are they?
Yeah, we haven't changed anything in terms of. I mean, this time last year we were playing a diamond, and we perhaps tried that way. This year we're asking. We've got fitness levels up because we've got numbers up, and we've got quality. I think we've got quality up, and in every department in terms of. I think the players have just got a bit more about them. They've got energy. They've got. They're all prepared to have a tackle. They're all prepared to do it for each other. Not that they weren't last year, but 1 or 2 different characters, and I think then that allows the really good footballers to really shine as well.
Dean Hodsworth got Aldershot very competitive, very organised in the back half of last season. Has that kept on this year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, their home form hasn't been that good until the other night, you know. But they're a decent team. They'll play good football. They'll get bodies forward, and it'll be a real good test for us. But you know, they're on the back of a good win. We're on the back of a few good wins. So I like Dean. He's a good guy, good manager. I have a lot of time for him, and I'm looking forward to going down there and, you know, pitting our wits against them on Saturday.
Is their goal threat an obvious one, or is it a bit like yours? It's from round the team.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they'll spread throughout the side. They've got people who can score. Of course, they can, the forwards. But if you look already, the midfield have chipped in, the wide players, the fullbacks. It's going to be a good test for us. You know, it's a big open pitch, and that suits us as well. And like I said, the boys are confident. The boys are are working really hard as a group, and long may that continue.
The goalkeeper saga is becoming a bit of a saga, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, in a sense that you've been talking about it for a long time.
I have.
The window has closed,
Yeah.
and you're still not here.
No, damn. It's all sorted. You'll know why next week what's happened. So, listen, I'm not going to divulge anything now. I've kept it quiet, and will continue to do so. Could have done it yesterday. For reasons that will become apparent, we didn't, and we'll do it, and it'll happen next Wednesday.
So basically, when the window opens again, the paperwork will go through it.
Yeah.
How soon then after that before you can? I mean,
He'll be in that day. He'll be in on Wednesday next week with us. But like I said, for various reasons, there was no point doing it this week. He wouldn't have been available at the weekend, so he will be with us Wednesday.
And on that basis, how long is the loan for? As long as you can do it?
As long as we possibly can do it, yeah. But again, we've had to... This is why we're waiting. We're waiting because we want it for another week. And we just got to... We've had to... Compromise isn't the right word, but we've had to go with what the club wanted. So it's not as long as we would have wanted, but there's that option to move it on as and when.
And given he's a goalkeeper, which is a specialist position, how long does it take a goalkeeper to get into the club and get to know what he needs to know?
It depends on each goalkeeper, of course it does, but we're sure that Scott is doing very well at the moment, very well, and we just want to keep pushing him. So whatever we bring in, we'll get the other boy up to speed as quick as we can with how we play, with how my defenders work, how we work as a unit, and I'm sure whatever happens, whenever it happens, will be seamless.
Full squad to pick from for Saturday?
Yeah, spoke to physio this morning. I don't think there's nobody reported any injuries from the other night. 1 or 2 bumps and bruises, I would expect that, but they're working hard and they're winning games, and that's often a good sign that you've got a full squad training and a full squad reporting for matches.
Comes back to what you previously said. You can only pick 16. Well, you can get 11 plus 5.
Yeah.
There's going to be some disappointed people.
Of course there are, and I think what we have to do, and what we're trying to do, and what we're trying to make sure is everyone feels part of it. Not everyone's going to be cock a hoop and be, but they're all working together. They all know the aim of what we're trying to do. They all know the aim of the group. And it does mean 1 or 2 are going to be disappointed, I know that, but we can't have what we had last year, where we had a team that picked itself, and a team that then ran out of legs because the team picked itself and there wasn't enough competition for places. We've got it, and the boys are responding to it, and that's got to be the way forward.
Marco, Scott Brown's obviously playing well at the moment, but goalkeeper obviously isn't playing at his club at the moment, so he's going to want to play, isn't he? So does he know he's not going to go straight into the team? Or?
He'll be here next week, John. He'll be here next week to work with us, and we'll see where we go. I say Scott's done really well since the start of the season, but we've got competition for places in every other position, bar that one. So that's the aim. He'll come in, he'll work hard with us straight away, and we'll see where we go.
Yep. Has he got other commitments at the moment? Is he busy?
I think he has, John. Yeah.
But somebody you've got, you're quite excited about bringing in. You've seen him playing.
I'm delighted. Like I said, we've been talking about it for a little while, and I've tried to duck the issue because clubs don't want it mentioned until it's done, and I work that way as well. It'll be a good addition to what we've already got, and I'm looking forward to getting him on board. But Scotty's doing really well, and it's going to provide a real competition for play. No one's guaranteed a place in the team, and this will be no different. But it'll be good to have 2 good keepers. Yeah.
Do you see some parallels with yourself and Dean Holdsworth, because he left a conference club that he was doing a decent job at to have a crack in the football league?
Like I said, I've got on with Dean. He lives in Worcester, a couple of days a week, and I speak to him quite regularly. Good bloke, plays his tries to play football the right way. Had a lot of success at Newport, and beat me last season. So I want to put one over him from that. So we go down there full of confidence. He'll have their boys up for it and full of confidence from after Tuesday night. And we know we've got a game on our hands, but we also know that we're capable of doing it.
Final question: do you think there'll be anyone going out on loan at the moment?
Not till next Wednesday at least, because the windows aren't open. Listen, Ian says we've got a big enough squad at the moment. We're not under any pressure to get people out, but if it suits both the club and it's right for the player to get them games for whatever reason, then I'll look at it. But it's nice to have a decent squad training every day. It's nice to have options. It's nice to be able to go and work harder and work for longer, because you can't keep flogging the same old players like last year. We hope we've learned from that mistake, and that doesn't mean leaving ourselves short just because for getting one or two out. Go out if it's right for both the individual and it's the right club for us to lend to.
Cheers.
Is that all right?